their partners here to discuss their new autonomous shuttle service launching in Ann Arbor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rohit Berry. I'm the Vice President of Business Operations and Strategy at May Mobility. Today, we are here to celebrate and announce our 8th city with A2Go, our upcoming free autonomous shuttle service in Ann Arbor that will officially begin operating on October 11th. This on-demand free service will connect Carytown, downtown Ann Arbor, and central and south areas of University of Michigan's campus, covering a total of 2.64 square miles. Over the last 4 years, May Mobility has developed customizable AV services in partnership with cities, state transit agencies, and private enterprises. With more than 285,000 rides delivered, our service provides an essential first and last mile transit that is designed to transform the cities in which we operate to positively impact communities. I would like to welcome May Mobility's CEO, Edwin Olson, to provide more insight into this project and how we're positively impacting the Ann Arbor community with our partners.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ed Olson. I'm the CEO of May Mobility. Our vision is to transform cities through autonomous technology to change the way that people get around. I'm incredibly excited to be here today because I see the launch of our Ann Arbor site as a step towards our future. And it's especially exciting to be launching in our hometown. I'd like to thank our partners, the Office of Future Mobility and Electrification, 4M, M-City, Ann Arbor Spark, Important Safety Technologies, and MEDC. We love to work with innovative cities that are passionate about bringing accessible transportation to their residents and to serve people with different needs. With our free on-demand service, we'll help many different kinds of people get around: students, community members, faculty, and people who use mobility devices. Our goal for the project is to provide a great service that riders love and to give riders the opportunity to experience autonomous technology. At the same time, we're here to learn. We're going to work with our partners to figure out how we can shape mobility options better in the future. And May Mobility will learn too about the needs of the people in Ann Arbor, and we'll collect data that will make the technology better and better. Southeast Michigan has been a really great place for May Mobility to grow. This one launch will create over 20 new jobs here in Michigan. Over the last 14 months, our Ann Arbor headquarters has grown by 250%. Michigan's a great place to be both for expert technologists as well as for people who are just getting started. I'd like to invite you to take a ride in one of our hybrid electric autonomous shuttles at our official launch event in October. When the free service opens to the public, you can download the May Mobility app on your smartphone and request a ride. You'll be matched with a vehicle nearby and it'll come and pick you up. Our shuttles have sensors that look in every direction all the time, with all of that information going into a computer that decides how to get you safely to your destination. All of the technology to do this was developed right here by May Mobility in Michigan. So I want to thank all of our partners again for the opportunity to provide this AV service to Ann Arbor. Our commitment is to work every day to make this service something that will make our hometown proud. Thank you. And Heidi I blew it. Heidi Posher, please.
Thank you, Ed. I want to start by saying what a tremendous opportunity it is for Forum. We're a real estate development company to work with May Mobility. They really share our ethos about sustainable development, about responsible commercialization, and about supporting every community member that is inside our ecosystem. So thank you so much for the opportunity to do this. And our teammates here that are other public partners, we're learning so much from you all the time. It's really been a tremendous experience. At Prentice, one of our core beliefs is that products or services and commercialization of those are really a function of creating value. The kinds of value that we expect to generate with this project are relate to exploring how asset utilization as a means to target density and affordability across multiple asset classes can be achieved in a way that's really accepted by the public and ultimately enjoyed by the people that that take advantage of those advancements. We are interested in discovering new and enhanced ways of creating transportation equity. And we also want to understand how we can become responsible partners in terms of integrating sustainability into all of our residents and all of our customers' daily routines. We want to explore effective ways of empowering customer self-care into the services domain, and we're really looking forward to learning more from our experience with May and our other partners in terms of how that can work. Oh, and without further ado, this is Greg McGuire, who is the Associate Director of M-City.
Thanks a lot. Hi, thanks for being here today. So now, M-City is a public-private partnership at the University of Michigan. These kinds of deployments, I think, are really at our core of our mission. M-City is at its best when we try to think a little bit ahead of where industry is going. We're interested in the engineering challenges of these new mobility solutions, of course, but I think just as important is their societal impact, as Ed mentioned. If we want to build the better world we're all striving for, safer, greener, more accessible, greater equity, learning by doing is really essential. A2Go helps take M-City from an academic lab to a living lab, helps us learn what we should be thinking about next. That's why we're so excited to be a partner in bringing A2Go to Ann Arbor. A central element of M-City's involvement in A2Go is data collection from the vehicles, from the infrastructure, from riders. With this data, we'll be able to build useful data sets to make them available to our academic researchers at the University of Michigan and others that could help lead to pedestrian safety initiatives, for example, or improve vehicle decision-making and perception algorithms in the future. For me personally, one of the most exciting aspects of A2Go for M-City as well is accessibility. An autonomous transportation option will now be available to more Ann Arbor residents and visitors, including riders with disabilities, than was possible a few years ago when M-City operated an early technology driverless shuttle along a limited and fixed route on our North Campus in Ann Arbor. A2Go is on demand. The fleet includes a wheelchair-accessible vehicle, and the service area covers nearly 3 square miles of the city. I don't know how you're doing that, but that's impressive. When people have access to a good transportation network, bus, ride-hail like A2Go, scooter, bike, whatever it is, they feel confident that they can get where they need to go without relying on their own vehicle. And if they can do that, I think commuting could look very different than it does today. Less congestion, fewer crashes, cleaner air, better quality of life in our cities. These are all the things we want, right? And A2Go, I think, is a great step forward towards that vision. So I'm very excited to be sitting up here and to be launching this. Komal Doshi is sitting next to me. She's the mobility technology, tell me out. Director of Mobility Programs. I knew I was going to blow it. Sorry, it wasn't just me, Ed. For Ann Arbor Spark.
We're so aligned.
I know. Ann Arbor Spark has been a tremendous asset to M-City over the years, to startups in the community. So really glad to be partnering on this project. Komal?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Just as Craig said, Ann Arbor Spark, we are the innovation and economic development engine for the Ann Arbor region. And we strive really hard to make Ann Arbor one of the few places in the world where this type of project is possible. We have the infrastructure and talent to support research, development, testing, and deployment of autonomous vehicle technology all right here. And that's why companies like May Mobility and Important Safety Technology and so many others choose to locate in Ann Arbor. Part of what makes Ann Arbor unique is that startups and global brands alike flourish here. From software to hardware, innovative companies in supply chain, AR, XR, security, logistics, and of course, autonomous vehicle technologies find support, partnership, and commercialization opportunities in our region. The launch of A2Go is really exciting for a few reasons. Some have been mentioned, but I'll repeat them. One, of course, is that citizens of Ann Arbor and visitors to our city will get experience and benefit from this technology. We know that they will, in turn, become champions of this mobility innovation and really consider its potential. The second is that increasing the adoption of a range of mobility options in our city, especially shared and hybrid electric, reduces congestion, it builds resiliency, and positively impacts our environment. And third is that it serves as further proof that Ann Arbor is committed to being a living lab where innovation in mobility sector is happening every day, not just in labs or conference rooms, but really on our streets. So congratulations to all our partners on this project who support as part of this ecosystem that I referred to earlier. That's really critical to the future success in this industry. And special congratulations to May Mobility and Important Safety on the successful partnership and deployment. It's really, really exciting work that's happening here. With that, I will introduce Hannah Osborne. She is the Director of Business Development at Important Safety Technology.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction. Appreciate that. So at Important Safety, we are on a mission to save lives, and we are very excited to be partnered with May Mobility on the A2Go shuttle program. The thing that I find most interesting about this project is that May Mobility is focused on protecting not only the occupants of the vehicle, but also people outside the vehicle. Mm-hmm. That's what we call vulnerable road users, and that includes people like pedestrians, joggers, and bicyclists, and so on. And that's where Important Safety comes in. We have a mobile app that anyone can download to their phone, and once you activate it, we will put a virtual protection zone over you. You can imagine this to be kind of a safety bubble. And if we see that a vehicle is going to violate your safety bubble, or in other words, is at high risk of hitting you, we can send an alert to that vehicle. This alert can be used to notify the driver, or it can even be used to trigger the brakes autonomously. So the concept is quite easy to understand. You download the app, we put you in the bubble, and we protect you. But there are a couple of things that makes this very unique in comparison to existing systems. One is that we are very robust to all weather and lighting conditions. We work very well in the bright light. We work just as well in the pitch black of night. We work in the rain and the snow and the fog. We can see you in all of those conditions and keep you safe. The other thing that makes this very unique is that we empower you to protect yourself. So the way that this works today is if you go for a walk, you have to rely on the driver to see you or their vehicle systems to spot you. This doesn't work out really well. The data shows that about half of all traffic fatalities are people outside of cars. Those are vulnerable road users getting hit and killed in higher numbers than people inside the vehicles. So we need a new strategy here, and with Important Safety, we bring you the new strategy. You can be proactive in protecting yourself, and you can let the drivers know that you are there rather than relying on them to spot you. All of this is completely free. You can go to our website, important.com today, and download the app. It's functioning right now. The best part of all of this is that we also respect the privacy of all of our users. We collect the bare minimum data needed to have our system work. So we never know our users' names. We don't know their ages, their genders, their race, anything like that. The data that we do collect, we encrypt and we keep private. The only business that we are in is the business of saving lives. So in summary, I would like to really urge you to go to important.com, download this app, and start protecting yourself right away. If you're in the Ann Arbor area, definitely check out the A2Go shuttle. It's an amazing experience. And if you have any questions or would like to learn more, we have a booth in the startup area in the automobility tent, so please stop by and see me there. I would love to chat. Thank you so much. On that note, I would like to introduce Catherine Snorrison, who is the Managing Director of the Office of Future Mobility and Electrification.
Yeah, thanks so much, Hannah. This deployment, A2Go in Ann Arbor, directly supports the state's vision to create safer, more equitable, and environmentally conscious transportation for all Michigan residents. So very excited to partner with all these great organizations that you see here on the stage. And A2Go's deployment also shows the effectiveness of Michigan's public-private partnerships to create long-lasting change in the mobility ecosystem here in the state. This announcement builds on the state's continued momentum, pushing the mobility industry forward, and that includes QEBot's recently announced pilot in downtown Detroit, and this morning's inductive vehicle charging pilot, a first of its kind of dynamic charging roadway here in Michigan. And we're excited to see May Mobility expand their footprint across Michigan to continue bringing sustainable, equitable, and accessible transportation for Michigan residents. May Mobility is creating a positive impact and next-generation innovations across Michigan that will be applied to drive change in international transportation behaviors. These shuttles will be a tangible inspiration for aspiring innovators, some of them here today in the Automobility tent, on the campus of one of Michigan's leading research institutions and the pipeline of mobility talent. The Office of Future Mobility and Electrification is ecstatic to work with this group of partners and furthering the culture of public-private collaboration in the state's mobility ecosystem. So with that, I'll hand it back to Rohit.
So thank you. We'd like to thank all of you for your attention today. Really appreciate you taking a few minutes to listen to what's going on at May and with all our partners in Ann Arbor. As a reminder, May Mobility will host an official launch event on October 12th in Ann Arbor, offering demonstrations of our autonomous technology to the interested parties in the media. Contact details are included in the press announcement released earlier this afternoon. Thank you very much.
All right.